Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and it's episode 90 today, which means we've been doing this series for around 3 months, which is pretty impressive. We are at home for this match. We're taking on Southampton. We're going to use the same formation that we did in the home games last episode. We created a new formation that we're using away from home. It's won us every match we've played with it so far, including a really good 6-3 win away against Juventus. But this formation and tactic that we're using today did lose us our last game, which was at home against Juve in the Champions League. It was the first time we failed to win a match at home this season. So I'm hoping we can turn that around today against Southampton. They're in 19th place. They shouldn't be a massive opponent for us to overcome, and we've got the international break after this, so I don't want to go into the international break with 2 games without a win. The only concern in the team is Mamana, who's on 86% fitness, but I don't have another good right back to put in there at the moment, so he's going to continue in the right back position. We can always sub him off if we're winning. Bob and Lucas are alongside him in defence. Linord is playing at left back. Lewis Cook is just ahead of them, with Kovacic and Imperiale ahead of him as usual. Paolo Roberto and Sane continue on the wings, with Simonsen leading the line. Paolo Roberto loses the ball and Diogo can launch counter-attack. It's Delmer on the right-hand side. He's given it to Linord. Kovacic plays it forward to Simonsen. Ball over to Sane in the area. It's blocked. Paolo Roberto, and it's trickled over the line. I think that's going to be an own goal for Nardi. It is. The goalkeeper's mistake has allowed us to take an early lead. Simonsen finds Sane in the area. He turns the defence, is deflected and goes in. Nothing the keeper can do about that. Sane gets a bit lucky, but he's put us 2-0 up. Linord into Cook. Now Simonsen plays it through. And again, Kovacic. Players in the middle for him to aim at. It's good for Paolo Roberto. Hits the post and it's cleared away. Simonsen's free kick. It's come to Chambers and Kovacic latched onto that. He wasn't offside because it came off Chambers' head. Our former player may be confused about which side he should be on. Kovacic with the corner. Sends it in. Imperiale with the header. It comes to Lucas. It's blocked. The ball just ricocheting around. Paolo Roberto can't get it in either. There's a full-time whistle. It has finished 3-0. A very routine win is all that I could have asked for ahead of the international break. It means that we continue our excellent run of form of the league, and we do move up to second place, just 2 points behind Arsenal. Manchester City can stretch that gap to 3 points, but we are hunting them down. Well, despite winning our last match, we are switching to the new tactic for the away game against Bournemouth. I'm looking to get us another win away from home in the league. We're on a very good run of form at the moment. I want to keep it up. It's Simonsen and Sobral who will be charged with doing that. They're leading the line ahead of Imperiale in that attacking midfield role. Melagoni, Kovacic and Cook are in that flat line midfield with Linord, Lucas, Bob and Mamana across the back four. Ketchell's still in goal. Kovacic with the corner, looking for Imperiale. Doesn't win the header, but it's come for Lucas. Now Melagoni, edge of the area. Finds Lewis Cook. Melagoni again, puts it wide. Agyapong loses the ball to Linord, who's got better and better. He was quite poor the first few games he played, but the last 2 or 3 he's been a very solid performer, and Simonsen nearly slipped through, but Linord wins the header again. Drops from Melagoni to Imperiale. Now Lewis Cook can pick a pass from there. Finds Simonsen into Imperiale, who finds the back of the net for 1-0. Bob has lost the ball to Morgan there in a dangerous area, but he's put it wide, and Bob has certainly got away with that one. Linord running into nowhere, but he's found Imperiale. Now Simonsen. Can we get the quick passes off? It's Cook into Mamana of all people. What was he doing there as he shanks a shot wide? Bob wins the ball. Now Kovacic to Melagoni. I'd like that second goal if we can get it. We're always living dangerously otherwise. Imperiale out to Mamana. Puts it in, and Simonsen at the near post just can't get it over the line. Heinemann sends the free kick in. Ketchell claims. Bournemouth yet to have a shot on target. They've had 2 really poor efforts so far. Ketchell just hanging onto the ball and then sends it out wide to Mamana, who's lost the ball, and Afobe can do something, but Cook gets a great tackle in. Now Simonsen through to Imperiale. It's Sobral on the ball. He's furthest forward. Sends it back to Kovacic. Melagoni into Imperiale, slips the ball across to Sobral, onto Simonsen. That was a beautiful little link up between the two strikers. Sobral just nodding it on and Simonsen lashing it home. Roning to Imperiale. Now Lewis Cook finds Mamana, and Mamana scores this time. He missed a great chance earlier. This time he puts it through, and it's 3-0. It's another very good away victory for the team, and this tactic really is working absolute wonders for us. It's put us top of the league with everybody having played. We are 1 point clear, and while I'm getting excited, I'm also slightly nervous because I don't think we've ever held the top of the league for more than about 2 games. So hopefully our form is about to fall off a cliff, but we have recovered so well since bringing in that new away tactic. It has completely changed our fortunes. We're back in Champions League action against FC Copenhagen. It's a team that we have to beat, really. We look like we might struggle to overhaul Juventus as things stand. So we're making sure that we do qualify. The other 2 opponents in our group are not particularly difficult, but we did fail to beat Copenhagen last time we played them away from home. We're back on our home tactics. Simonson's having a little rest in this game as well. So Sobral will lead the line alongside Paulo Roberto and Sane. Imperiale still playing alongside Kovacic with Lewis Cook behind them. And then Liddell, Mamana, Bob and Carvalho make up the back 4. Ketchel still in goal. Delgado. They're going to come at us, but Mamana takes the ball and is then fouled by Delgado. But the referee says nothing doing. Imperiale's cut out the pass anyway. And here's Sobral. This is actually the first highlight of the game. It was a really boring first half. According to the game, there's not been that many efforts, so I might need to look at changing the tactic around a bit. But here's Ottagui. He sends the ball over for Delgado, who's got him behind but shoots straight at Ketchel. Kovacic with a free kick into the near post. Mamana with the header, and that's an easy goal. The keeper well out of position, and we've taken the lead. Imperiale sends the ball out wide to Carvalho. Little 1-2 there. Now Roberto across to Imperiale. Carvalho sends the ball across. Sobral's in the box and Sobral hammers it into the back of the net. His 8th goal of the season. Kovacic takes a free kick and Mamana's in there to score a brace. He's made it 3-0. We've turned it on in the second half and made sure of the points. Ottagui to Knockaert. He sends the ball forward. Mamana cuts it out. And Paulo Roberto's got to that ball first. He's got 2 players to his right if he can find them. He's going himself and he's found that bottom corner brilliantly for 4-0. That is another very, very good win for the team. 4-0, another clean sheet. We've been doing so well recently, especially in defence, and it means we're now top of the group because Juventus were held by Anderlecht and we have the better goal difference and head-to-head against Juve. So if we win our last game against Anderlecht, we will win the group. We are on the back of 4 away victories in a row as we head to Anfield in what is the first of 2 very tough away games. We've got Liverpool at Anfield first, and then in a few days' time we take on Manchester United at Old Trafford in the EFL Cup quarter-final. I'm going to prioritise this game. It's a full-strength team going out there. I'm not resting anybody. I'm not too fussed about the EFL Cup. We've won it a few times and it's all about the other competitions at this point. So Sobral is continuing up front after scoring in his last game. Simonsen returns to the starting lineup alongside him. Imperiale is tucked in just behind with Melagoni, Kovacic and Cook in that midfield area. Lucas, Bob, Mamana and Augusto are in the back line. Augusto back from a little injury layoff, and Ketchel stays in goal as well. I think we should be able to get the win today. Liverpool are in 5th place, but some way off 4th, and they've been struggling a bit this season, so hopefully we can put another dent in their hopes of a top 4 finish. Geis loses the ball to Cook. He can launch a counter-attack. He's got players to his left. Still going on his own, Cook. He's beaten 2 Liverpool players. Finds Simonsen, and it's in the back of the net. That was an unbelievable run from Lewis Cook, who's having such a great season. Sarr sends the ball forward. It's cut out by Lucas, and we are totally in control of this match at the moment. Here's Lewis Cook. He's having a great game. Sends it out perfectly for Augusto. Whips it across. It's saved by Rulli. Imperiale gets there. Augusto back in. And Liverpool just about get the ball away. It's Berahino running at us now. He cuts inside, still going, and obviously, after saying we're totally in control of the game, Saido Berahino equalises. Geis with a free kick to Henderson. Now Sarr, he's found Palencia on the left wing who cuts across, and that ball has hit the post, and we are so lucky to still be in this game. Henderson to Bernard. Ball switched over to Edwards, just 5 minutes left. We need to hang on. Edwards puts it across, Bernard just can't squeeze it in. Last second corner from Kovacic towards the far post. Albini with a header. There's Melagoni. It's saved and cleared off the line. That was a chance to win it. The match has ended 1-1. So close to a win there, and our run of away victories does come to an end. It means that we're now third. We didn't hang on to top of the table for very long, and just 1 point separates the top four after 13 games. It's going to be another one of those seasons. Well, we are sticking with the away tactic for the game against Manchester United. It's still a very strong team going out there. I'm not resting players. I still want to try and progress through this competition if possible. I'm not too worried if we do go out though, because it would save us 2 to 3 matches in the length of the season. And the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City and Arsenal are all still in this competition, so it's going to be really tough to win. We're also going to try switching Simonsen and Sobral around in their striking positions from the last game. Normally Simonsen is a poacher. I'm going to put Sobral as poacher and Simonsen as a target man for this one. Imperiale continues just behind them. The same midfield and defence start this game as last time out, and Ketchel's in goal. I think Linnard may actually be the only change to this squad, coming in for Lucas at left back. Free kick for Ruben Neves, sends into Rashford. Laporte's in there. Mamana gets tackled, but Aston Sao was there to touch it into an empty gap in the goal. 1-0 to United. Sane's free kick to Roning. Sane again to Melagoni, now Imperiale. Just passing it around the edge of the area. Linnard into Imperiale. It's hit the base of the post. Imperiale to Cook. Now Linnard. Roning forward. Ruben Neves has fouled Imperiale, and he's going to get a second yellow card. And we've got 15 minutes to try and save this game against 10 men. Well, we've failed to break down Manchester United. They were just a better team today, and we've been knocked out of our first competition of the year. It's the tournament we won last year, the EFL Cup, that we've got out of. Chelsea, United and Arsenal are all going to be in the hat for the semi-finals, but it does knock 3 games off our fixture list for this season. The final match of this episode is a North East derby against Middlesbrough. We are at home. I'm hoping we can get over the demons of the last 2 games where we got a draw and a defeat, even if they were away from home against big clubs. We are back at the St James's Park, and we need to get back to winning ways. There's a few players coming into the team from the last match. We've also switched to our usual home formation. Thiago Carvalho coming in at right back and Sergi Samper coming in to defensive midfield. You might notice that Morten Simonson's morale has dropped quite a bit, and that's because he wants to move to blooming Real Madrid. He seems to be putting this request in every 3 months. At the moment he's unhappy because we haven't won the Champions League, which is just ridiculous. I tried to negotiate price on him and say any bid over £80 million we'd accept, but he wanted £70 million, and I think that's just too little for a player as good as he is. Realistically, I wouldn't accept anything under £100 million, but I was hoping that it would put off any bids for him. So we'll have to see what happens there. I've got no intention of selling him at the moment because I just want to win the league. I want to win the Champions League just like he does. But I'm not planning to move to Real Madrid, so neither is he. But let's hopefully get the win today. It could move us back to the top of the league if we do beat Middlesbrough, and I expect us to do just that. Well, it's actually the first highlight of the game. It's Melagoni playing the ball back to Kovacic. He puts it across. It's fallen for Imperiale in the area, and he has found the bottom corner. I was getting slightly worried this game was going to completely peter out, but we have got the goal. Kovacic with a free kick. He's gone for goal and found the top corner. I switched the formation to our away formation when we weren't breaking Middlesbrough down, and it seems to have made the difference. Carvalho loses the ball to Price. Now Diaz. Forward to Camacho. He finds Dembele. Mamana wins the ball back and then gives it straight back to Dembele, who's through on goal and finds a gap at the bottom corner. We've got a couple of minutes left to hang on. There's the full-time whistle. We have managed to hang on and get the 3 points at home. That's the most important thing. It ends our little run of games without a win. It also means we're now second in the table, although Arsenal can push us down to third if they get their win. We're still in a good position at the end of this episode. We are just 1 point off the top spot, which is not a bad place to be, especially given the poor away form we had at the start of this episode. We have turned it around recently. If you take out the cup competitions, we haven't been beaten for a very long time in the league. And next time out, we've got some very interesting games. We'll have our final Champions League group game where we will hopefully win the group away in Belgium. We've got Watford away in the league, and then it's crunch games against Manchester City and Chelsea, who've been struggling this season, before finishing off against Leicester and then Arsenal away. That's going to be a huge game as well. So lots to look forward to in the next episode. That'll take us right up to the end of 2024, and then we'll be able to start the January transfer window, the episode after that. So make sure you subscribe to be able to catch up on all of the action as it happens. New videos come on every day. Drop a like on the video if you're happy about our position in the league, or let me know in the comments if you think we should be doing better and how we can maybe go about doing that. But until next time, see ya.